Hi friend. Really quick before we get started today, I wanted to show you how quiet and peaceful my office is right now. So let me swap you over. Here's one sleeping beautiful baby. And there's the next sleeping beautiful baby. That's the actual baby. And then there's that one. Oh, I should probably say, that's Tasha, my mom's Pomeranian. That one is Daisy, little Yorkie poo. That's the baby. And that one is Luna. She's my mini schnauzer senior. She turned at least 12 this year. All right, now I'm going to pause you while I put you back in the holder because that's a little tricky and I don't want to make you motion sick. I'll be right back. Okay, I think we're back, but oh, there we go. I was going to say I can't see on my camera. There we go. Let's try that for now. So how have you been? It's been almost a week. Oh, I spilled something. Where the heck did that come from? Anyway, while I try to clean that up, how has your week been? Mine has been very long, and I fought one of my depressive episodes this week. So my, there we go. My office got very overwhelming, and then I have no idea what that was. Anyway, office got overwhelming, and I just got it cleaned up yesterday and today a little bit, enough to be able to be creative again. I missed sitting down and hanging out with you guys. Yeah, and I wanted, same thing, to do something creative. So, to start with, and I don't really have a plan today, so I don't know why I say to start with, but first, I'm going to show you the August Scavenger Hunt. Ta-da! Okay. It's late. It's very late, okay? I'm a new creator. We'll figure this out. We'll get into a routine. I have to work with my energy and all that. And I've had it ready since like August 1st, but I didn't get a recording so that I could show you it. It's actually, I think it's already, as I'm recording this, it's already in the Dropbox link, which is now going to be in the description. It's already been there the whole month, like the last week, whatever it's been. Oh, I apparently can't cut straight at all. I weren't even paying attention. There we go. I forgot to measure with my eyeballs that time. I just winged it. Ow. Ta-da. For now, I'm going to do the same thing I did last week. Wow. I'm still working on the sleep deprivation thing that I keep mentioning. New sleep meds, bad mattress. It's not a great combo. So yeah, I'm going to do the same thing that I did last month. I'm going to put my Friffle Hunt on this side and then make a collage of all my finds over here. That was really fun last month. I really, really enjoyed that. Technically, I could have just gone through all of my stuff, but I did a few things, I guess. I did go through my stuff for some things, but mostly I went and as I found new things that would apply, I put them in there. But you can do it any way you want. The whole point is to just be creative. I do want to say a note about this. Can you see this? I hope you can see this. This is a tape runner that I got off of Amazon. And I have been waiting to use it until I ran out of the first tape runner that I bought that you could buy refills for that I hated. And then my mom gave me some double-sided tape like this. And I was trying to use that up before I started using this. But that said, I can't do it. I can't do it anymore. I had to use this the other day for a side project, yesterday, I guess it was, I had to use this for a side project because my double-sided tape is just a tad too wide. It wouldn't have worked and it was really annoying. So I used this and oh my goodness. I know I'm still on the first cartridge, so I'll update you when I finish this first cartridge to see if I still love it as much as I do today. I love this thing. It works so good. It's so smooth and so convenient and so easy and just all the things. And it happens to be quite a bit cheaper than the first tape runner and refills that I bought. So there you go. That's my little update. The one thing I will say is I momentarily keep forgetting that it's like a clicker, like a pen clicker to get it open. And that's all you have to do. So the first couple of times I used it yesterday, I kept like playing with it, trying to figure out how to open it. And then I remembered. So now I think I got that pretty much down packed. But the first couple of uses yesterday, I was holding it like on the sides and trying to do it. And the cartridge kept popping, not popping out, but like messing up. And I'm like, what the heck? I can't figure out. I'm like, there's no way I'm using this correctly. I wasn't. I really wasn't. So see this little indenty thingy right here? I should probably put it this way. See this little indenty thing right there? That's made for a thumb or a finger or whatever. You're supposed to hold it like that so that you're holding the actual cartridge. I mean, it's not going to pop out, but it won't work properly. So yeah, we figured that out. But yeah, now it's the most convenient tool I think I have. And I love it. And oh, I forgot to say my whole point was that the glue, whatever the heck this is made out of, is so strong. I mean, I don't have a whole lot of experience in the tape department yet, but this stuff is strong. It's the strongest sticky tape I think I've ever encountered, and it's in a little roller. So that's pretty impressive. I think it's impressive. There we go. Now while I sit and think about how I want to decorate that today, I'm going to tell you a little bit on what we have. I got my little printout. These are both included on the Dropbox link. I keep saying Dropbox. It's not going to tell you Dropbox. It's just going to say link it here. And when you click it, it's going to take you to the Dropbox file that has, right now, it's just got the two Friffle scavenger hunts in it, last month's and this month's. I'm hoping I have big major plans to have a lot of different freebies that are going to go in there for funsies later. But it's a work in progress. Like I said, new content creator here. I hate that term. I really do. But whatever term you want to call it. New person here. Still learning the ropes. Still learning how to do things and design things and whatever. So it's a long-term project. We'll get there. You can be with me while we build it. It's going to be awesome. That said, so both of these, you get this to put in your journal or wherever you want to put it. And then you get the little list. I use the little list. It's not in any particular order. It's actually not in any order whatsoever. I keep this on my desk. That way I can see it. That way I'm reminded of what I have and haven't found yet. So this month we have a bee, a number, something plaid, something that reminds you of camping, something with a memory attached, water. I wrote water and I realize now that that was a really, an interesting choice. It should have said water related, or I don't know what it should have said, but it sounds funny. Anyway, a drink label, a heart, something older than you expected, something you think is beautiful, a fruit, something harvested, a circle, a tree, a leaf, a dragonfly, a barcode, something with tiny flowers, something rescued from the recycling bin, something that feels cozy, something green, a security envelope pattern, a torn edge, something found outside, and something that tells a story. And oh my goodness, I just got excited. I made this list and then I didn't really put any thought into what I was going to pick for the different things. Actually, I put zero thought into what I have that I was going to put in here. But that said, I have a dragonfly on here, and I just remembered that on one of our earlier ATV trips, we were stopped on the side of a trail so that my daughter could jump in the river. I think it's a river. Anyway, she jumped in the river to swim. It was a little tiny little swimming area right there. And I'm sitting on the four-wheeler still, and I'm just sitting there, I'm like under a little bit of a few tree branches in the shade a little bit, and a dragonfly landed on my chest. And it just sat there for like 3 or 4 minutes, and I'm like, don't move, don't move, don't move. I thought it was the greatest thing ever. And my point is, I'm excited about that because I think my husband, I have to look, but I think my husband took a picture of it. So I could put that picture in here. That would be cool. So that one's going to be fun. I might have to do that one first when we get started because that's going to be cool. Let me cut this out real quick. I just absolutely love it when nature does really cool things like that. For example, I've been finding feathers everywhere when we go like walking and whatever. I found feathers out in my front yard. I found feathers at our local park. I keep finding feathers. And then I don't remember. It was 3 or 4 days ago. It was sometime this week anyway. I was trying to get some sunshine. Thought that would help. Had gone out to sit what we call our fire pit area. It's just a little homemade fire pit in a little square. But anyway, I take the dogs out there because it's a little bit fenced in so that they can just run free. And I was gonna head out there to get my stuff. I had gone out the day before, and I hadn't left anything out there or anything. But then I came out that morning, and I go to sit down, and there's one table. It's a table, like a plastic table, and I had taken the table and put it in that area. Not just for me, like anybody can use it, but I'm the one that's been using it all summer. And I sit at it, and then I spread out all my friffles, whatever I'm doing, and I sit and cut up friffles outside so I can get some sun, hear the birds, breathe in fresh air, but be doing something that I enjoy doing. So I had taken my stuff out to go sit down at we'll call it my table, and I go to sit down, and like directly where I sit, up a couple inches and to the right just a couple inches. So if I'm gonna sit here, it was like right here was just one feather. That's it, just a feather. Like nature had just dropped it there and been like, here, you like these. And so I put it in my bag so that I wouldn't lose it. I had my bag sitting like next to me over here, and I put it in my bag so I wouldn't lose it. And then I forgot about it. And then last night when I was trying to clean up my office a little bit, actually it wasn't a little bit, it was a little bit. I had a lot to clean up. But when I was cleaning up my office, I remembered the feather in the pocket. So I went to get the feather out of the pocket, and it's a big pocket that's like kind of like open, like it stays open. I don't know how to describe it. It's a pocket. And I went to take the feather out of the pocket, and look, nature gave me a twirligig. I don't know what these are called. We always called them twirligigs when I was a kid. And I don't remember the last time I saw one of these. And it's so cool. It was just sitting in my pocket with the feather. So yeah, I absolutely love when nature just throws stuff at me and is like, here, you like things. So this is going to go in my journal. I haven't decided yet how yet. I gotta figure that out. But I want to do some kind of a nature page. Maybe I'll just do like a nature collection page. I'll glue the feather in here, or a couple feathers, and this. And I have some pieces of bark that are flat-ish. And then I have, if I can find where I did with them, I had collected some teeny tiny little rocks at a lake that we went to that was really flat. That would fit in here. So I might have to go look for those later. We'll see. But that's going to sit up here so I don't forget about it, because that was really cool. So we're going to put my list over here. You can't see what I'm doing, I don't think. My watch is not showing anything. Nope, you can't see. But I've just put my friffle list over here. I got to decorate this somehow. I don't know. See, my brain wants to decorate it with fall stuff. Because in my head, and I know this sounds ridiculously silly, but in my head, June and July are summer. August, September, October, and November are fall. December, January, February, and March are winter. And then April and May are spring. And I have no idea why, but August just feels like fall to me. Even though our trees are pretty much perfectly green. Like, I don't see any leaves turned yet. I'm probably sticking my head in front of the camera, trying to look out the window, but yeah, I don't see any turned leaves yet. So I guess I won't decorate with leaves. What else? What else? What else? Well, one of our Friffle categories this month was something that reminds you of camping. And I think I'm not going to use it as the Friffle for the scavenger hunt, but if I can find what I did with it, I think I cut out in these like outdoorsy stickers that I had AI make for me for four-wheeling. I think there was a fire in here. We could maybe do some of these like mountains or something. Might need that on camping. I'm looking for the fire. Ah, see, I knew I had a fire. Fire! Oh, I'm talking to you and you're not even zoomed in. Let me zoom you in. Oops, I think I went the wrong way. In. Not quite in that much. There we go. I have a fire. Ta-da! And there's some trees. And there's an actual tent. Okay. Let's decorate this like that. Let's see here. I'm going to cover some of my thing down here just because I already know what it says. So it's fine. And I think I might want to just like continue that like that. That could be cool. And then maybe we put this up here. And then now that I did that, I don't know if I like. I don't know if I like the campfire now. Ooh, you know what? What if we use the camp? I lied. I didn't lie. I don't like saying that because it wasn't a lie at the time. But I changed my mind. There we go. That's the word I'm looking for. I changed my mind. What if we use the fire that matches this, kind of matches this, to go over here to be the first Friffle and do it this something that reminds you of camping? That's what we're going to do. We're going to do that. And then you're going to see my watch for a minute because I'm going to go full bonkers and put, what are they called? Like Easter eggs? I'm going to put a little Easter egg in my journal because I'm going to turn this off here. So now I can't see that you can see me. And I'm going to turn on my compass. And we're going to see here. If I point it this way, then let's see, it goes about there. So from where I'm sitting, that's our compassy direction. That way it's in the right direction from where I am in this moment. And I think that's a cute, cool little Easter egg. I'm going to turn my remote back on. There we go. Put you back on the holder. There. Okay, now if we can remember where that was. It was approximately here, I think. Yeah. Do I want that up there or do I want it down here? Nah, I want it up there. And I forgot to stamp the date. I think I forgot to do this on the last one. I don't remember. But I wanted to stamp the date that I first put it in or started it. And then I stamped the date after with the, why are you not sticking? You're not sticky at all, because the backing, I forgot this was on like that sticker paper that you put in your printer. So it's got like the X's drawn throughout it, and that happened to be right through half of the sticker. So I only peeled off half of the back. There we go. That's better. I'll stick this one, I guess, right there. Did this do the same thing? It did. Guess I gotta pay attention to that. Okay. And then I have really gotta chop my nails. They're way too long and they're getting in my way. I knew they were gonna too. I made a note to do that before I started recording. But no. Can't remember everything. Oh my goodness. Okay. All right, we're gonna get out the little tweezers for one tiny sticker. Oh, that was a waste of time. Hold on. This has got one of those, you know, so that it's easier to peel things on the back. The things I was just complaining about and said I was going to keep an eye on. Ha 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 ha. Joke's on me. Okay, and then we're going to put this down there. I don't know. It works. And then we're going to put this there. And then I think we're going to put my campfire down here at the bottom so that it, like, yeah, that's what we're going to do. This one does not have one of those easy peel parts. Haha, success. Okay, so you can go there. And we're going to cross you off with this like orangey color, I think. Something that reminds me of camping. Done. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? This is why we don't go like a week without recording. This is why we don't go a week without recording. I had to say it twice to try to put it in my brain. I did not do what I have done at the beginning of every video so far till now. I forgot to light the candle. There we go. And I forgot to remind you to go get a drink. And so here's the candle. See, pretty. Okay. And I forgot to tell you that you need your hydration. And I desperately need my hydration because I am so behind today. So behind. So I'm gonna zoom you out a little so you're not so staring there. And I'm gonna go prep a drink real quick. And by go, I mean turn to the side and get a drink mix and a water bottle. Today's, in case you're nosy, is the Crystal Light mixology kind that tastes like a Mai Tai. I've never had an actual real Mai Tai, but this one tastes good. The fake water brand kind of does. Hooey. So you can go get your drink while I'm getting my drink. I don't know why I just shook the water bottle and there's nothing in it. Sleep deprivation for the win. Okay. And now that I just filled it, I can't actually show you my my tumbler. This is one of my favorite tumblers. I got it on Etsy. It's like a 30 ounce, but it's the tall kind that's like straight and barrely kind of look to it. But it has like a skull that's on fire on the side, and then the rest of it is like dark red kind of thing. It's really cool. And then it's got words that are like written in fire font, something or other. I don't know. But anyway, when I saw it, it was almost perfect because it said, touch my coffee and I will sip it from your skull. And that was almost perfect. But I don't drink coffee anymore. So I reached out to the Etsy seller and asked if they could, by any chance, change it to say drink instead of coffee. And they did it for me. And they made it very fast and shipped it very fast. So this is now my favorite mug ever. And I can't even show it to you. So I'll have to like show you a picture or something later now that it's full of water. But now it says touch my drink and I will sip it from your skull. And it's fantastic and I love it. And now I'm going to actually get a drink. Okay, that was the worst drink ever. I put the powder mix in over top of my ice before I poured the water in. And evidently I didn't stir it enough or long enough or whatever, but the first sip was like half water, half powder. Whew, that's sweet. Okay. We're just going to set that aside and let it disintegrate a little. Okay, now I'm going to pick this up so you can see it close up in case you were wondering. So there's that sticker, and then we got that sticker, and that sticker, and that sticker. Ta-da! Okay. I'm going to try to pick up my mess as I go so that I don't overwhelm myself today because I'm still not feeling fantastic yet. So let's not create myself some extra troubles. Oh, before I forget, I want to show you this. So this one, I've got another piece somewhere. I'm just not sure what I did with it. I'm not sure. It doesn't matter. It's fine. But I had a piece of this. It's just like a green net. And I don't remember if I told you in another video or not. But I just found it on our upstairs stairs. Like regular stairs. Inside stairs there. That's what I was trying to say. It was just a piece of net just like this. This isn't the one. But it was just like this. And I was like, where the heck did that come from? I could not figure out what it was from. How it got there. Nothing. And so I picked it up and I brought it upstairs and I put it in with my Friffle stuff somewhere. And now I don't know which little bin I stashed it in, but anywho, I stashed it. And I was like, that's cool. A Friffle, a random Friffle. And I'm like, I don't know what I'll use it for, but it was cute and it's little and it's very flat. And I saved it. And then yesterday, we're sitting in the kitchen and the dog, the baby, is shredding up a crinkly, kind of like cellophane kind of thing that she was crinkling with, it's supposed to be a cat toy, but it's just a ball of cellophane basically. And she was shredding it, which is okay. I had bought it for her, but I didn't think about how shreddable it was at the time. Anywho, they had a big chunk of this on the inside, and I don't know why. I don't know what it did for the toy, but now we know where it came from. And since she shredded it, I took the rest of it away from her and saved it as a Friffle. So there, now I have a couple pieces of net Friffle. Don't know what I'm doing with it yet, but it was cool. I'm gonna move stuff around here for a second. So what are you working on today? I hope it's at least calming and relaxing. And I hope it brings you some joy, because creativity should be joyful. Okay. I think I'm going to be done with this for the moment. we're gonna just set this up here. I think for the rest of our time, at least for now, I'm gonna sit and cut up some friffles and just chat with you while I do that. Probably not gonna cut up all of these, but I'm gonna cut up this bunny in the front middle. This was just a coloring page that I colored, and then I watercolored over it because I have the Derwent Inktense pencils, and so I like to watercolor over them. So we're gonna need a bunny cup, and then a bunch of little things. I colored all of it because I thought they could all be cut out as little friffles. So I'm gonna chop this up, and then I'm just gonna cut out the bunny in the middle. Ooh, random status update. I'm going to zoom you out a little too. That was in. I meant out. There we go. Random status update. I don't know what you want to call it, but I did manage to get the, what is it called? Website URL or whatever for the Friffle Table saved, purchased, set up, whatever. I don't have the website set up at all yet, but the link now works, and I was able to set up like a landing page so that you can access everything that I do have set up so far, like Pinterest or Instagram, here, YouTube, the Dropbox freebies, etc., etc. It's all on that landing page now. So now you can go to thefriffletable.com and find everything that I have so far, which isn't much, but you know, it's progress. And for me, it was a pretty big deal. I did get that done this week. Took a few days, but we got it set up. Eventually, I'm hoping to have a whole website and Etsy shop, and I got all kinds of plans. But I'm trying to keep everything real and everything joyful. Like, I don't want to just be creating stuff for the sake of creating stuff or selling stuff for the sake of selling stuff. It needs to be all stuff that brings me joy to create, brings me joy to do. Like, yeah. If it doesn't make me happy, then it's not worth it. It's not worth the headache. This week we've been playing a ton of video games, and I say we, meaning me and my daughter. I got her, I think I said this in the last video, but she got into Farm Together 2 with me again, and so, but she got into it for the first time. She had never played it before. I played number 1 back when that came out, and then when number 2 came out, I upgraded to that, and then I took, I don't know, 7-8 months off of not playing it, and then now we're back to playing it again. It's a very good game for relaxing and chilling, but also always having something to do and getting like a bajillion little tiny hits of dopamine every time you like harvest something or complete a quest or blah blah blah. So that's been really fun. I don't know if any of you play it, but if you do, and I don't know if you can find me by name, but I renamed my farm at the Friffle Table the other day. So it's just the @ sign and then the Friffle Table. So if you can find me by farm name, that's what I'm under. If you play. I have a very, very, very big farm with a bazillion things to do. So I have been lately, as in this last week, trying to leave it open during the day, even when I'm not actually on playing. Just because if you don't know nothing about this game, the farm together part is where if you as a player join somebody else's farm and help them out by harvesting things or whatever, then you get these, like, they're thumbs up. They're little thumbs up symbols. I don't remember what they actually call them, but it's kind of like a reward point system or whatever. And then when you go back to your own farm, you can trade your rewards trade your thumbs ups into any resource in the game. And so I like to leave my farm open even when I'm not playing it. When I can. I can't all the time, but sometimes I can. And when I'm not playing it, I leave it open so that other people can come over. And I get help out of it, but I don't really care about that. I do it so that people can quickly earn their thumbs up. Because my farm is big enough that they can earn all of their rewards pretty quickly. So I try to help people. There. Cute little bunny. And I don't know if you can actually see it. Cute, cute little bunny. Ta-da! Don't know what I'm going to do with him yet, but he was adorable. And I practiced trying to hold you really close. I practiced trying to make, like, the colors of the straw look like they're actually in liquid right there. That was my first time trying that in that manner this time. So I'm learning. We're learning. I'm not, like, trying to be fantastic at this. The coloring part is just for fun, completely. But it is fun to learn too. So we're going to set the bunny up there. Now I'm going to show you, while we chat, a bunch of... I still got this little pile over here from the coloring page, but I'm not going to do that right now. Because I want to get through this pile. You can't see it, but there's a pile over there beside me of stuff like this. Ta-da! This came off my mom's colored pencils that she bought a couple weeks ago, week or two ago, whatever it was. And so I wanted this for the fishies, and then I wanted this for the color pieces. So we're gonna take it apart. Nope, we're not. We're gonna cut it apart. That would have been the smarter thing to do. There we go. Then we're gonna bring this up. And then I would like to keep a little bit of that gray on there. And I think I want to leave a little bit of gray on the bottom too, just to kind of match it. There, now I have some fishies. Don't know what I'm going to do with them yet, but they were gorgeous. Come here. There we go. I'll be honest, it must be a lazy puppy day because everybody is still passed out. I mean, they've moved positions a little bit, but they're all in the general same area, still passed out. We'll have to go outside after I'm done with this video. Go spend some time out by the fire pit again so they can get some running and playing in. And the baby has her own little kiddie pool out there. It's one of those little, what are they called? I don't know. They're like the blue plastic kids pools that for like, I don't know, 2 or 3 year olds, whatever. It's just the teeny tiny little ones. I say teeny tiny, but normally they're, you know, like, I don't know, 3 feet, 4 feet wide, whatever. I don't know. I don't know measurements. But this year, I think it was Walmart, had 2 sizes, the regular size and then a tiny one. And so I thought the tiny one would be fantastic for a dog. And so we got that, and then we got a package of little tiny bright colored ping pong balls that are small enough so that she can actually like grab them with her mouth, because she's tiny. I mean, she was only 2 pounds when we got her. She's up to almost 5 now. But anyway, she loves it. The other dogs hate water, but she loves it. She'll go like zooming around the yard like it's the best day ever. And then she'll hop into her pool, and it's, right now we put like, I don't know what it's called. It's some kind of a brick. We put a brick on the outside and then a brick on the inside so that she can have steps, like a kind of like a step to get in and out of it, even though she didn't need it because she just hops over the side. But I didn't know that when I put it in there. So now we just leave it because she does like to use the brick as a step, and she steps onto it, and then she'll stand on the brick that's in the pool. So her feetsies are wet, and then she sits there and like almost like she's bobbing for apples for her little ping pong balls. It's adorable. The not so adorable part is that she's almost all white. She's got like a little bit of brown and black on her head, like just a little bit, like on her ears and her head. And then if you look really closely, she always looks dirty down her back, because right on like the ridge line of her back, she's got just the lightest tan, browny tan color. So she almost looks like she rolled in something, but it's always there. It's her fur. So her favorite thing is to go flying through the yard, do the little puppy zoomies, hop in the pool, bob for some balls, and then she goes running out and she'll do some more puppy zoomies. And then when she's all done with that, she goes over and digs a hole. She likes to dig holes. She has yet to try to dig a hole under a fence to escape. She just digs random little tiny gopher holes kind of thing, like this big, just little holes. And so then she's completely covered. And so her wet white fur becomes very, very muddy. That's her favorite thing to do out there. I'm sitting here talking your ear off. Oh, there's my Friffle. I found it. I had put it in the Friffle pile so I wouldn't lose it. And look at that. I lost it. These are just random pieces. Like this one came from a cat toy that I got at Dollar Tree, and I want the little fish and cat paws in the back. Most of the time, I have no idea what I am doing with these Friffles. I just think it's cool. And it entertains me, so it's fine. And then these are just off of a couple of pieces that I got at Hobby Lobby the other day. So I'm going to save them. Excuse me. I'm going to save them off to the side, I think. I'm not sure. I'm going to just put them in the pile for now. No, I'm not. I'm going to save them aside. There we go. We made a decision. I was thinking of doing a page just about going to Hobby Lobby. But I want this. This is the back of the Micron pens that I had to get. And so I should have cut this with this, because then I could have had the word Micron. Okay. And we're going to cut this down the side so that's... There we go. Now I want this word Micron. I wanted the micron pens again. I used to have a set, but I wanted the micron pens again for doing watercolor. I love doing watercolor stuff and then outlining it, or outlining it first, whatever, with the micron pens, because they don't leak with the water. So it's very convenient. Oh, you know what? Ha ha ha. We're gonna take that off. We're gonna cut that off. There we go. Now we got another word that says micron. Put that up there. I'm gonna cut the UPC out of this to put it in our UPC project. I'm gonna set that aside in a pile right here, just because that doesn't go in the normal Friffle bin. I have a little spot for UPC codes. Yep, now I lost my scissors. Oh, ha ha ha. You can't see because they're over here, but they were literally sitting like this. Big scissors, little scissors. Couldn't see them. So I'm cutting out this little micron picture that was on the back of the packaging, because it's cool. How's your summer been? Been able to do any cool summer stuff yet? We haven't gone and done a whole lot this summer. I'm a very slow chopper, in case you didn't figure that out. But I could literally sit here and do this for hours. I'm not gonna, not today, because it's gorgeous outside and I want to go sit outside with the dogs. But I could if I wanted to. It like helps me shut my brain off temporarily, my ADHD brain. So there we go. Now we got a micron pen. Now I'm gonna try to cut this one out faster. Is it going to be faster? Probably not, but we're going to try. The first one was, well, I feel like I'm doing this one faster, but I don't know. It doesn't matter. Point is, the first one, it felt like you were, I don't know, it must be the type of cardboard or whatever. It felt like you were cutting through glue pieces, and I was afraid of, like, slipping and chopping up my picture, so I was going slower. Sometimes I've done way too much chopping to actually have this experience, but sometimes when you're chopping through things that have like glue in the middle of the layers, when you're trying to chop through the glue part, it's like tough and hard to chop, and so you put like a lot of pressure down, and then you get through the glue, but you still got the same pressure, and so your scissors go whoosh, and you just like cut through everything, and it doesn't go so good. I've done that way too many times. So yeah, that's what this one felt like the first time. It felt like you were cutting through glue, but it did it through the whole thing, so it must just be the type of cardboard or the type of glue. I don't know. Maybe there's glue on the inside here. I don't know. Now, I didn't time it, but I feel like that was faster. I don't know. But there we go. Now we got another Micron pen with some fluff on the back that I'm going to take off. There we go. Ta-da! Pick up all these little bits so I don't send them flying. And in case you're wondering, I have right next to me, but behind me a little bit, I have piled on a pile of crap. I shouldn't say crap, it's all craft stuff, but I have a paper bag where I put all of my paper recycling. Now, I have this magazine. It's like one of those, I don't know, it's just a random magazine that came in the mail from my mother. Oh, I should not have opened that page. Note to self, there's adult content in these books. I thought it was mostly like clothes and gifts and things. I did not open it before. I'm sorry. We're going to have to remember to blur that one out. Okay, we are not doing this one on camera. And I was already going to say I'm not doing this today because there's too much to go through. But I don't know about this one. I've never done this brand of book. But sometimes the gift books, they don't have much usable like pictures and things. But sometimes, especially around the holidays, they have some really cool like titles at the top of their pages, like Happy Holidays or whatever. Or sometimes they have like decorations around the page that are holiday specific, and those are fun to cut out. So that's what I was saving this for, was to go through it for that purpose. So we're gonna just not do this one today. And I gotta remember to fix that when I'm doing the editing. Oops. Sorry. Anyway, I did say I was tired. This just came with a ring that my mom bought me, and it was just adorable. And I don't even have to cut it. And actually, I'm going to read this because it's a very important message. Now, it says, just breathe. Whenever you feel overwhelmed, when you feel stressed, just take a deep breath. You have everything inside of you to handle what comes your way. Wear this ring as a reminder that when the days get hard, don't let them win. Just breathe and remember that you are not just strong. You, dear, are unbreakable. Oh, I didn't even see that last line. Oh, I must have read it too fast the first time when I actually opened the ring. My mom bought me this little ring and it says just breathe. Now, I don't normally wear rings, so I'm trying to figure out how to wear it, because it was a gift and it was very thoughtful. And she had bought it when I was having some really bad days. So it's, super thoughtful and I really appreciate it. But I don't normally wear rings because of my tattoos anymore. I don't even wear my wedding ring because I like my tattoos and they're important to me. But I didn't even, it didn't register when I read this the first time. So I'm going to read the last line to you one more time, and then I'm going to show you why it's important. It says, just breathe and remember that you are not just strong. You, dear, are unbreakable. And this is my tattoo, why I don't wear rings. It says unbroken. It's upside down, and I'm sorry, I can't fix it, but it says unbroken on my fingers. That's so cute. Okay, now it can't go in the friffle pile. I'm going to have to find something cute to do this where I can see it all the time. So this got saved from the friffle pile. I knew it was a cute saying. I read it, and I thought it was cute, and I thought it would be cute in a journal somewhere. But, oh, you know what? I'm going to set this aside. You know what would be really cool? A journal page with this in it with a picture of my finger tattoos because they're important to me. That would be cool. Okay, that's what we're doing. Not right now because I can't take a picture myself, but that's what we're doing. I'm going to set this aside for that. We're just going to put it in that pile over there. Okay, now don't laugh. Don't laugh. I warned you. Don't laugh. Ta-da. I think I already showed you this in a different video. I don't remember. But I was picking up something at Burger King for somebody the other day. And I say the other day, I'm ADHD. It could have been 3 weeks ago. I don't remember. And I think it was before the last video that I did. So it's been like 2 weeks. But I'm just now taking care of it. And I saw the crowns, and so I asked for one, and they gave me one. And what I want to do is cut it here and here, and then see what I can fit on a page, because that would just be cool. And this part I'll probably just get rid of, but that's what I'm trying to do. So just so you know, that's what we're doing. We're going to cut it right there. And then we're going to turn it around, and we're going to put it at the top so I can use the little guide. We're going to try not to knock over the candle this time. And if you saw my last video, you'll know what that means. There we go. Now, I don't know how much of this is going to fit on the page, but we used to love getting these when I was a kid. So I thought it would be a really cool, like, childhood memory page. That would be really cute. So that's what that's going towards. And actually, I'm going to put this, I'm going to lift my journal up here and put this in the little to be done soon bin. Oh, actually, that's where I can put this little Just Breathe ticket thing. Oh no, I've got everything going everywhere now. Whoops. Oh well. I'm going to pick up this mess while I'm right here. Now, we'll do a few more, if you don't mind. Hopefully you're getting some relaxing in. This was just a little card. I already showed you this before. It's just a little card that came in some school clothes that my daughter bought. And I thought it was pretty. Just says best wishes. So we're going to save that. And I think I'm going to cut this out as a small square. This friffle came out of a Jack Link's turkey stick package. But the little saying here, I don't know if I can save it and, be able to actually see it properly. But I'm going to try. It says feed your wild side, and I thought that was really cool. So we're going to try to see if we can take this apart. I'm guessing we can't. I'm guessing it's very much glued together, but well, I got half of it off. That's a start. I'm guessing. Oop. Nope, I broke it. Oh, I broke it, but if I cut it really close, then it would be fixed. So if I cut this really close, okay, that was like the quietest slow chomping ever. Chopping, whatever. There. Now it says feed your wild side. I thought that was cute. And this is not recyclable because it's plastic. That goes in the trash. Okay. I think my puppers are starting to get warm in here because, like I said, I got the PC running the farm game for other people to be able to join, and it's kind of warm in here because I can't run the AC when I'm filming. So I think we're gonna call it a day, and I'm gonna head outside with my pups. So just a reminder, don't forget to go get your hydration. And I'm gonna go get my hydration because I'm still behind. All right, I'll see you later, friend. Bye.